In the middle classes, it became a status symbol to have a wife who didn't work. Amongst poorer people, women still had to work, but the domestic responsibilities were also placed totally on them.
My name is Rita Sharkey. I'm 77. If hardly any woman worked in the 60s. Right, I left Ireland when I was 14. I come to live with my sister to look after her children. When I was 16, I got a job at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital as an auxiliary nurse, which I really enjoyed for 3 years. I looked after the children because in them days it was hard to get someone, I suppose, to look after the children like it is today. You can have nurseries and that. This was in 1960. I always worked when my children were little. I worked in the evenings when Kevin came from work and then looked after the children. Up now at 19 and 70. Now there's nurseries, isn't there, and childminders and all that, which there wasn't in the early days. Well, yeah, I think we worked it out between us, really. We worked just to put food on the table. During summer holidays, I looked after 1, 2, 4 other children. Their parents worked, and I chose to stay at home with my children, and because equal pay didn't come in until years later, did it?
1975, International Women's Year, Year of Equality. These acts or bills are supposed to give women real equality of treatment and opportunity in all aspects of life. Although many people think that women will get equality by next year, we realise that we have many problems and responsibilities, special problems that women have to face, and we feel that the law is inadequate. However, despite the enthusiasm of the Education Authority, while there are about 6,000 children between the ages of 3 and 5 in the Newcastle area, there are still only 1,120 full-time places, and most of these are filled by children who have a special need.
Hi, my name is Kim. I'm 46 years old and I'm a senior early years practitioner. I think times have changed, but I still believe that men have got more opportunities than women, just because that women need career breaks from when they have their children. I do believe that men are more likely to get hired than women. There is a lot of help for parents that want to go back to work, and the cost of childcare is very expensive, but at least now they've got opportunities and they've got choices whether to send their children to nursery or not, because there is care. And although I do work full time, I still do find that I have to do most of the house roles in the house as well. So the cooking, the cleaning, looking after the baby, around my full time job, which sometimes can be a bit overwhelming and tired. Although times have changed, I still believe that men have far better opportunities to climb the career ladder.
Women remain unequal because they start with a fundamental disadvantage. They have special responsibilities which society has allotted to them and which society thinks they should get on with alone. And the freedom to have an abortion, for those who want it, is under a great threat from the Abortion Amendment Bill and from the people behind it, who think that a woman should be forced to accept her role whether she likes it or not. So bang goes her equality.
Hi, I'm Charlene. I am 20 years old and I study mental health nursing at University of Salford. In nursing, I have found that it has been quite equal. In school, we had the opportunities given to us, but I'm currently a student, so I don't get paid. I know that when I do qualify, there will be a pay difference between men and women, and hopefully by the time I graduate, things will be different. There are definitely more women in nursing. I would say 60-40. There's definitely more women, but the opportunities are still as equal. I still think there is pressure on women to cook, clean, as well as balancing a full-time job at the same time. I think that's more of the expectation nowadays, for people to be like almost the power mum and can do it all. And I think that sort of pressure can really affect women nowadays, because they feel like they're meant to do everything when that would be impossible. There has been times when I've been young and I've had to help my mum out because she's been working, and I would have to step in and maybe help my siblings with cooking and taking them to school, picking them up and stuff like that. So I could see how it could be difficult because you work as a student unpaid, but if I was to have children, it would be very difficult to balance it all, because on top of what you're doing, you don't get paid. So I find that other people are also working part-time jobs to make ends meet, which can be difficult to balance.
Women at work share the same experiences as men, the same difficulties and hardship, but they face additional problems. They become even more exploited than men.